maybe she didn't know about it, somebody helped her do it or whatever. And then, not even in the same video, maybe in another video, you can then start talking about the arrest or whatever nonsense. You still, from this story, you're still trying to maintain the lies that he told initially, or the ignorance that he portrayed initially. Maybe he didn't know, but because of the kind of person that he is, he's not smart enough to be able to sit down, analyze stuff critically before coming to the public. And again, this social media thing has made, in quotes, activism so easy that anyone can just wake up. As long as you're criticizing the government, whether it makes sense or not, you start getting following. Or there's a celebrity in the country that certain people don't like. When you start criticizing that person or saying all sort of defaming that person, you just get this huge following because they do not like that celebrity or that officer or that pastor or that whatever, without thinking about the facts of the matter, but thinking about, does this thing this person is saying, does it even make sense? Or can we look at it the other way? They don't. As long as they don't like you, they just follow through. And this is why they would call somebody like VDM an activist. I don't see him as an activist. I see him as a content creator who has now got following and is now abusing that privilege. I mean, if you look at some of his stories, he's done some things that maybe help people to recover money, but that doesn't make you an activist. Because even in the recovery of
sorry to interject you. He's a social commentator. He's not an activist.
Exactly, that's the right description for him. Because even some of this money that he has recovered, it was more or less like bullying people online and trading, bringing out in a sane, like you said earlier, in a sane country, you'll be behind bars because you bring some privileged conversations or some secret conversation between two people, and then you just post it online and say, see the chat, see the. You don't do that in a country that you are screaming. That I always say that people will say that, oh, Nigeria is not working. But if Nigeria is really working, 90% of the people will be behind bars anyway, because everyone is breaking the law and they still want Nigeria to work. People will have telephone conversations, private conversations you bring because they're giving it to you, or you request for it, then you bring it online and start playing it, start showing people's chats. It's not, if you want to, if you will go security, must go with clean hands. You can't be breaking the law and then be saying you are doing something good. Even if you are doing something good, but as long as you are breaking the law, then you are wrong. You are wrong, but I mean, like I said, social media age, Gen Z age, they don't really think things too deeply. They just follow. If they don't like you, whatever anybody says against you, they follow. And if they like you, whatever anybody says, they don't care. With all of this story...
Let me interject. Some people are actually attacking your person. No, they're attacking your person. The system says it makes him somebody, you are nobody. And KC for love also, if he easy, make una self go run am. For you that you don't even really know some certain things, I don't come out to shout. VDM's lawyer is my junior. I've been doing activism for over 3 decades. So if you don't know, you don't know. Or you could be some of the 1.2 million Nigerians who search for JAMB and fail their examinations. Because you people just talk. You think because you can say behind your phones and just type. What Escapade said, is it not in line with something with social, an intellectual person? This is an intellectual conversation, but all you're just doing is just attacking. This is one of the examples that we're giving out there. You don't want to see any wrong the boy is actually doing, because maybe you do a similar thing. You guys just come because it's easy. And if you want to call, yes, go and check 2016. I was one of the conveners of the Occupy NAS. So if you do not know what they call activism, you should just shut up your mouth there and don't even type something that you do not know.
First Lady, is this not the same Sakuma on the other side? I think that's him.
Yeah, that's not him.
That's the Sakuma on the other side. And you know.
Maybe he changed his name. This is the system.
I think I've seen him use that name, you know.
That's in Sakuma. We are having a constructive conversation.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we know his person, so what this statement is not really.
You can come up and make your
It's not. I've heard him. This is the one going about saying two people have children for Mohbad, no evidence, no nothing. You know, these are the kind of people that we have, and we have to just sometimes ignore or accept that okay, there are bound to be people like this in the public. You know, I have said that
I'll give it to you. Sorry. I'll give it to you. Same Casey. The same is the likes of you, the ignorant you people that see Rufai also as a journalist, not knowing it's an on-air personality. You're saying that you can come up. This is open. The stage is open. You come up. I won't attack you. Just come and lend your own opinion. If you can even articulate your thoughts.
Good afternoon, everyone. I mean, don't worry yourself. Those people, they can't have intellectual discussion. So forget it.
Okay.
No, it's good to put them. It's good. See,
and that's
you know what? This is what this is one of the things I say to Reno. We know the needs. They the likes of these people. You need to give it to them. It's because maybe you overlook them. Yes, oftentimes I do not dignify such words with response, but at times you need it to put these people in their places. Because many of these people, they can't see you in public and even speak to you. I just told you, I said, go and ask Deji Adeyanju. Deji Adeyanju was my junior in the university. So you don't even know what they call anything they call activism. And we're not doing it. We're not doing it for monetary gain, if you don't know. Because you people just sit down, you just toddlers, you just sit down behind phones and you just type anything that you feel you can just type. There are some ways you can criticize a government or an institution or anything constructively in a subtle way that you would not be throwing jabs or being salty or being vulgar. Many of you people, you've actually lost the opportunity because you don't understand that social media is actually a networking platform. Some people who's going to be your helper, you've actually used your I'm trying to be careful of the diction I'm going to use here on this Black Hub so that it won't affect First Lady's page.
Okay.
Many of you can't even articulate your thoughts. That's one of the reasons you can't even think deep. All the things is just like you're seeking for easy way out to make it in life.
Okay, let's move on, sir. In that same video, there is something I pointed out because he kind of shielded the mother. He went on and said, because we all know that the mother is a teacher, according to what is on social media, that the mother do leave their phones or rather their bags at the gate. And I was like, what kind of school the teachers leave their bag or phones at the gate? Why students actually take their phone inside the classroom? I don't get that part. Can you throw more light on that?
First Lady, I mean that part of his story, I don't even want to contest it because we do not have the facts. There might be a school where I don't know what the mother does. I don't know the kind of school where she works, you know. And I don't think I'm not aware of any law that says they shouldn't collect somebody's phone. You get so that one I can give to him. Whatever he says, I would accept that. But the part I am really worried about is the whole thing started with you coming out to say they were fraudulently taking money from your mom's account. You went there for you to fund that account to pay the debt. You must have seen, you were sure that, oh, it's true. However it happened, you were sure that, oh, it's true, she got the loan and you paid it off. So why all the noise before? And this is where the problem is, and this is all these people that are still blaming us here, what they are not saying. If he had gone to the bank without making the noise, he would have seen that, oh, the loan was taken and everything would have been sorted. You know, Gabriel, please, can you mute? You are echoing. Okay, yeah. So, this is what Hamid was saying. There are rules to this thing. You don't just come and blab against a big establishment like GT Bank. and then you got there, you now found out that what you had been saying was wrong, you should have come out to say, oh, I'm sorry, oh, this is what I found. Oh. I think my mom actually got that loan. It was paid into her account, transferred into somebody that was working with her. However it was done, it's not GTB's problem. You need to go home and talk to your mom and the lady that she said was working with her at the time, that then she said she sent the money to her for something. That is a family issue. You should have come out to say, I'm sorry for dragging GTB into this matter. I think she got the loan, but probably she didn't know or whatever, she forgot. And then on another matter, if you think you were kidnapped, as she's saying, because I saw the video, he was out of the bank. He even walked back to shake somebody's hands. You know, he was laughing and playing until he walked out of the premises. So all this one that they kidnapped him, they did this inside the bank. I didn't see that in the video. So if he's not talking about his arrest, he's been wanted. EFCC said they've sent messages to him, he's ignored. If you are wanted, they'll come and get you anywhere now. So, you know, so I still don't.
Into it.
So all of this noise and him not coming out to clear the things, you sometimes as an activist, you win some, you lose some. Guys, this was wrong. My mom probably forgot. My mom, maybe her phone was taken, sort that out first, get your integrity back, and then move on to other things and stop dragging things, not wanting to own up to your mistakes, and then expanding it to now saying you were kidnapped, you were this, you were that. I think it's his age, and I think he needs to go and sit down and learn this thing. But people that are calling him activists don't really understand the word. He's just a social commentator.
The thing is this. What he did is called libel. So he can be charged for that. He's going to be charged for that. Let me let you know. And before that happened, the first person who actually, or should I say maybe after VDM, who brought out the false alarm was actually his lawyer, his counsel. Go and check what Deji said. And Deji even said he's going to remove all his money from GTB account. And he was the one who gave the narrative that he was kidnapped. Do you get it? It was later on he dropped that on his timeline. So whenever we're crying, we need to see through the tears. Do you get it? But these people think we are all fools, and his rattles are not making things even easy. So they need to be checkmated and dealt with decisively. You can't just say, "Oh, sorry." Do you know what he must have cost GTB? Majority of these rattles have actually seen heist. How they can actually take money from the bank. Do you get it? There's a lot. For the fact that the bank had to say, oh, in a particular date, they would shut down. They had to even, at some point, they shut down the system so it will prevent mass hacking. So it is not so, and this is one of the reasons I say in Nigeria, a whole lot of things happen and you just say, oh, you put sentiment. Let the eye of the law deal with it. You cannot go in the diaspora. Everyone who knows you, everyone who is in diaspora here would know. If you go against the law, they would allow the law to take its course. You can't just say sorry and just go like that.
Yeah.
And this same guy didn't even come with his lawyer to inform people of what he said at the EFCC.
Olori Buruku lawyer.
They don't even know there's a lot of case hanging on his neck that people don't even really know. And he still goes about with his I'm going to cut myself right now. Sorry. He's still going on with this manipulative antics. So with GTB, even if GTB doesn't want to go forward with it, we would force GTB anyway. They are actually going against. They're going with it. A lawsuit is libel, and check what libel is all about. If it's an individual, it's defamation of character. And look at what he did. Let me yield the mic for you. Sorry for cutting you short.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I will yield it to both you and Escapace because I'm enjoying it. I just want to add this. The other day, on his page, he made this video. I don't know if it's an old video or a new one. But in that video, he was claiming that there are now, whether he's playing or not, the government does not know whether you're playing or not. He came in the video. What I heard was that there are 4 arms of government now.
It's
He
a
said
recent
it's
one.
the yeah. Oh, he said the legislative, the executive, or the
And the
judiciary,
Ratel and the
and then the
Ratels and the Ratels.
Ratellers. Imagine. And then if the government comes out and say you are a threat against national security, your stupid Ratellers, because they have all, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this is instigating against the government. And then when the government comes after you, those gullible and ignorant followers will start saying, oh, there is no law in Nigeria. If the laws were working, like Escapade was saying, that VDM needs to be in jail by now. If
So
Nigerian law was
in
working,
other words, Rata is another arms of government.
yes, according to him, the Ratellers are another arm of government. And then what pisses me off about his followers, then please, this is an insult. If you are a Ratella and you are listening, please listen carefully. How dare do you guys liken him to Ibrahim Traore? Do you all see Ibrahim Traore going around doing this nonsense? Huh? I don't know what they see in this guy. He makes no sense whatsoever, but no. They just remind me of a group of people that I don't want to bring into this conversation. They think the same way. No evidence, and you start talking. You found out the truth. Instead of you coming to apologize, no, you double down. I'll leave it to you guys. I need the escapade. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
let me say this.
there's
A lot of
somebody else there. There are 2 other people there as well. We can speak.
double good is at work. Godstone, over to you. Godstone, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm still listening to what you guys are saying, but I don't think that guy is going to push forward with that GTB case or something, because the mom took the loan now, and everything he has came out to say before he found out that the mom took the loan was against GTB. So I think GTB can take that up with him if he tries to do anything. But what I don't like about him is the fact that he used to come out and he's always talking as if he's the country, president of this country. Like he has right on everything. Like he's the one like that's governing everything that's working in this country. Like he coming out saying you want to pull the whole of GTB. Who are you compared to GTB? Even your fan base is not after what GTB is managing. Their customers they have over 48 million customers. What's your fan base? Okay, if you calculate all your followers together, which I know is not everybody in this world that knows you, but most people in Nigeria, in the whole of Africa, they know GTB. But you coming out to he's too quick to always come out and start saying things that he's not sure of. That was how he did in the case of this guy, and he has done few things like that, and he's always selective when it comes to his own activism. Because see, I'm a fan of Davido, but I don't support things that are not good. There was one time that Davido was an ambassador of one crypto platform like that, and those people, they scam people. VDM didn't say anything about it. And if it's all these people that used to do all this cosmetic whatever, he's always quick to come out and start. He will set his ring light and start talking. Why is he not questioning the video this thing then when he like advertised for those people? I'm talking about the crypto company. So me, I don't really think that guy knows what he's saying. He knows who the people he's working for. So I don't even like talking about him, because me talking about him is me like giving him more relevance. To me, it's not important. We don't need him in this country, because to me he's doing more bad than good concept. Because I don't know what I've not seen him doing anything you're always focusing on EFCC does this. See, why can't you, like, you know, face those people that EFCC can't face now? Mention their name, be the one to drag them, sue them, charge them to court yourself. When EFCC cannot probe them, you can probe them. But he's not doing that. Me, I'm not seeing him as anything, you know. Like, I don't rate him. Sorry. If I'm sounding like I hate him, for real. Me, I don't like him for anything. Sorry.
Can I draw your mind to something recent? I'm sure everyone on this platform should have heard of ICE in America, right? ICE is
Yeah.
actually the authority, the agency saddled with the deportation of illegal migrants into the United States. Do you get it? Just yesterday or day before yesterday, our governor tried to stop the ICE officials from deporting some illegal migrants there. Guess what? The governor got arrested and got detained. Do you get it right now? So, who is this young man that feels he's above the law? The word he actually said about the Ratel being the fourth arm of government is actually enough to get him behind bars. But because when they see the policy is actually eating left, right, and center, that they need to actually douse this thing because Nigeria is bedazzled with a lot of problems right now from its citizens as well. We're not even talking about the external factors. Some people don't even want some things to work right in the country. But a lot of these people are not even informed. They are not even aware of so many things. There was a time I called out a particular person and like, do you know I can name over 100 stuff that is happening in the country that is actually positive. 100 stuff that is happening in the country. And yet in your so-called other climes, I don't want to name his name. He couldn't, in his first 100 days in office, he couldn't name 100 stuff of what he has actually done. That you people are not seeing some certain things. And this is the same person that is actually even going to some countries that he uses derogative term for, that he's now going to seek for their support for funds. And you still call it the giant of the whole sub. But majority of the people, the Ratels and some other people who are non-Ratels, are not informed. And instead of you to actually do more of listening than talking, you always want to, you can't even hold a conversation. You're always going for the attack. Most of us who are in the diaspora have more information than some people who are actually there at home. And yet you still go, but this guy has actually erred. There's nothing stopping GT from actually taking Lagos. Even if he's going to do a plea bargain, yes, he's going to plea bargain. But because if they should give it as an oversight, another person would do the same, and it would be VDM's case would be like a yardstick to measure that. Should any other person actually do that? Let me give the mic for other people.
Thank you.
I don't know what's always wrong with that guy. You just believe you can question you as a body that we don't know. You can question the whole of the country, like you are questioning a governing body, EFCC for that matter. What right do you have to be doing that? When you talk to the police, you rubbish them as if they don't know what they are doing. It's not police that are bad now. See, the country is bad, it's fine. Yeah, we understand that. But there are things you do, there are things you don't do. You don't just come out and start talking to people like that. You'll be calling the president, you just be talking to him anyhow. Like, me, I don't know how this country works. Like,
the thing is, the people that are his followers and are happy with what he's doing. You are saying that he wants to get the country better. Why are you not addressing the fact that he's been invited several times and he's refused to show up? He even said that he's not going. That is the funny thing. The first time he was they invited him, he went to China. In that China, he said that they are looking for him, that when he comes back, he's not going anywhere. Imagine, even after this one, he's saying that EFCC must post something. If they don't post something, they will see trouble. Like, how can you be fighting the government? Who are you? And if you are following this man, you should also be thinking, oh, you can't be breaking the law and be telling us you want to make Nigeria better. That is what we are saying here. It is the logic, the critical thinking you should have when you are following somebody. You can't be saying you want to make Nigeria better. EFCC is inviting you, are not going. You are on TV, you are on your live, calling the president of the country names, calling the son names, saying everybody around him has sawdust in their head. EFCC, you say you have informants inside the EFCC. It's so childish. I think, is that activism? That is not activism. You can't mean I have informants, I have insider inside EFCC. If I bring out something, if they try me, who are you? The thing is that the government, they give people time. They don't even, there's so many things they are thinking about now. Is the last of what they want to deal with. If you remember even the FCC statement after his arrest, they said that they had invited him, blah, 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 based on certain petitions. They said even their own, what he's been saying about them, they'll let the authorities deal with that. They are not even talking about what he is doing to them. They just arrested him based on several petitions that have been written against him. When the government, when they have time for you, is you see everybody if the government of Nigeria arrests me, Nigeria will cease to exist. This one will cease to exist. They've arrested him now. How many years is there?
Okay, let me pause you right there. For those that are blaming GT Bank, like they were the one that invited EFCC, or they were the one that notified EFCC, or rather EFCC alerted them to hold him down till they get there. What is the fault of GT Bank? Because I don't think even if they're told
GT.
Can I respond to that?
GT doesn't have a fault.
Even if they signal back to hold
the civic responsibility. Let Abid go. Let Abid
live saying
he
was going to GT the following day.
They have the right to
So the EFCC, maybe they got the information from the live he did that day. And they be like, okay, GT, this also person is coming to your facility. And we have to
it's not about that.
And if they want to do it, yeah, they have the right to come there and do it. And so long they did not even pick him up inside GTB, it was outside their premise. So what's the problem with that?
Let me
he knows now.
The
lawyers
who are
know
not,
better now.
Let me educate some people who are not even well informed when it comes to some transaction you want to make. The bank, because it's the financial stuff, they work in tandem with anti-graft agencies. You also, if you're using maybe PayPal or some Z or any other foreign account, whenever you want to make a withdrawal, you understand what your bank will do. As your bank is actually there sending a signal to the anti-graft. Are you getting my point? And so lo and behold, they can come there.
You misunderstand me. I don't think his arrest with EFCC has anything to do.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm buttressing the fact. Yeah. So even if they did, do you get what I'm trying to say? When his friend, I know it was when Deji did that, when Deji made that statement that I came out, that I reported the case because I brought out the video. I was one of the first people who brought out that video to show that VDM wasn't even apprehended in the bank. Mm-hmm. And he went with 3 people. He went with his mother, his friend, and himself. And they lied. It was when Deji said that. He said they actually they covered him. DSS took him. They now put him in the security post before EFCC came to pick him and all of that. Did you get it?
They made it look as if GT Bank invited EFCC.
Exactly. So and when I got it's on my timeline. It's on my timeline. When I put out and I revealed, he even said hi. And the person whom they said he beat, they let go that person. The mother wasn't incarcerated, but it was VDM that was incarcerated. Okay, when Yabojo was actually sent an invite, didn't she honor the invite? When Dino Melaye failed to honor the invite also, he was apprehended. When Okorocha also failed to, he was also apprehended. Do you get it? So he is not bigger than the entity they call Nigeria. So
Yeah,
even
okay,
if
can I make
anybody
my own
is saying,
contribution, please?
yeah. Even if anybody is saying GTB gave him out, yes, they did their civic responsibility.
Exactly, because he's wanted.
If it comes to that.
You know, he's been invited, so they are looking for him, and he publicized where he was going. He went live to say, "I'm going to GTB." So if EFCC allows GTB that, okay, we want to know when he's in your premises, let us know. It is their civic responsibility. He is the one that should blame himself for not honoring the invitation.
He actually said he was going live because he was using reverse psychology.
You know?
He was asking them, see, this guy is not as bold as you people think he is. I'm telling you people.
Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, sirs. Can I speak, please?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I apologize if I interrupt anybody. Yeah, I think on this VDM case, I'll have a lot of perspective about it. Number one, I think even the government themselves, they are enabling this guy. And they're making him look like a champion and making him turn himself to look like an institution. And all. If you watch most of these people who are probably co-raters who are supporting him, check out what they do online now. They are raising bullies. They are raising rascals in the society. Once you criticize this guy or try to like expose probably his ingenuity, the next thing you see is you see insult, you see abuse, you see, hey, chop his account, bring his account down. Number one. Number two, the lawyer he has, I think the guy is also pushing propaganda and not even helping him in his case. But sadly, as the government is enabling him, the same government are using the enability to hound him down when the time is right. The same thing they did to Nnamdi Kanu when he was making a lot of threats and stuff like that. At some point, it was as if maybe he was powerful than the government. And people were like, why are you not arresting this guy? But the government felt, don't worry, we are still gathering evidences against him. And after they've got a lot of evidences against him, today he's the one begging for even his freedom. Now, if you look at video, when this issue of GTB happened, I told some people, I said, there's every evidence that this guy actually, the mother actually collected a loan. Because it has happened to my mom as well, where probably my little cousins, you know, all these little children with their escapades like that. She just took my mom's phone and pressed a code to know an NIM and the BVN. And from there, they open an OPA through my mom's name, use it to get a loan, and also link the repayment plan to our main account. So I said, this might be what happened to VDM's mom. But sadly, you know, when you have gullible followers who don't think through your actions and activities, there's nothing you tell them. As long as they're already gullibles, they will eat whatever you give them, even if it is poo. Now, this guy, when he came out, he never apologized for the wrong narrative he pushed to them that GT Bank was illegally deducting his mom's money. It was confirmed. He confirmed it that, yes, somebody actually used his mom's phone to get a loan of 200K twice. And that resulted in the deduction the GT Bank was doing. A reasonable person would have said, oh, sorry, guys. In my first outcry, I was wrong to have said GT Bank was illegally deducting my mom's money. I have realized that my mom actually got a loan, though we don't know who got the loan from her, but which they even know because GT Bank showed the VDM how the money was transferred from his mom account to a recipient account. But this guy never mentioned the name of the recipient. For you guys to know that he actually know what he's doing and he actually know the game is playing. If a reasonable supporters or followers would have said, okay, now that we have established that your mom collected this loan, can you please apologize to the public for even derailing us? Because a lot of them were like, oh, we're going to close down our account. Why would they deduct our president's mom's money illegally? And now it has been established, but there was no apology. That's number one. Then number two, in the issue of saying that he was detained or probably kidnapped with the bank complicity. If you watch even his story, because I listened to his video from A to Z, he said a policeman came and was hovering around where he was sitting. Even the bank manager was like, do you have any mission doing here? And the man said yes. And the bank manager said, can we please go home? Because we want to create a scene. Meaning that the bank has no hand in your arrest for the fact that a police officer who is a law enforcement agency came himself in a uniform, and you are still trying to pin this thing to the bank. At the end of the day, you went outside the bank. There are heavy evidence, video evidence, showing that you were not detained in the bank. You even said you went into your car while you were driving. Some cars came and blocked you. So I don't know why he is not trying to pin this thing to the bank. But you know why? Because naturally this guy is a blackmailer. He knew already that he has failed in his narrative that there was an illegal deduction in his mom's account. And already his narrative have made some gullible people to say they want to go and close their account. So for him to now apologize, he doesn't want to apologize. So the next thing is like, I must bring this bank down. And that is one of the antics these guys use. Once he have issues with you, instead of him to come back and say, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I was wrong in this aspect, he will do everything possible to turn to a blackmailer and bring you down, even when he has already seen that he was wrong in that aspect. That's number two. Then number three, does even institutions like bank, schools, and even probably anywhere you are, do they have right to call a law enforcement agency when you are on watch list? Yes, they have. Even abroad, all over the world, once you are on watch list and the agency like called the bank that this person in your premises is somebody of interest and we are looking for this person, the bank have every right to detain you politely. They don't need to drag you down or probably do anything for you. They will just look for a conversation to engage you, to delay you pending when the people who want to come and arrest you will do. If they fail to, they will be charged for complicity. They will be charged for supporting, after they have raised an alarm, a government agency raised an alarm, and you receive the signal and you allow that person to. If that bank is not being careful, they will be charged for allowing somebody of interest to leave that. VDM knows that. He knows that, right? Now, on the issue of his lawyer, why I said the guy is also a blackmailer. Okay, you raised an alarm. VDM was arrested. You went online and tweet and said, even Falana is not even helping us in this matter. For crying out loud, you are a lawyer to your client. What is Falana case in this whole thing? The same Falana you guys have defamed, only for him to come back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry." It was even Falana that made call for VDM to be released. Now look at that. What does it cost Deji Adeyanju to put a call through Falana? Baba, my client is in EFCC custody. Can you please help us out or put a call through to EFCC to see that his fundamental human right is not being trampled on? You didn't do that. You went online to go and push the positive. And the same gullible followers started attacking Falana, insulting him and saying all sorts based on your first narrative, only for you to not come back and say, oh, I just realized that what I tweeted was wrong. Now, if you look at both the client and both the lawyer, both of them are blackmailers. And if you want to now watch, if you now want to get the fact that okay, 1 minute. I'll call you. Come back. 1 minute, please.
Okay, Babs, over to you.
Oh, I wanted to say something to what Creative said. I wish he can listen and hear this out. From what you enumerated, Creative, you can see that it mirrors every Nigerian. The reason I'm saying it mirrors every Nigerian, look at what you said your cousin or maybe your sister actually did to your mother. What your cousin or your sister did is fraudulent. It's criminal. Do you get it? You also wouldn't downplay it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? This is why a lot of people, when some things happen, they won't see wrong in what a particular person or favor if the pendulum swings their way. So we have a lot of people who are just have different definitions of what we call corruption. If it's not in their circle, they don't see it as corruption. But once they are there, it's a different ballgame entirely. So people would not want to see things wrong. I remember when Sheun Kuti, when he assaulted the police officer, I called him out. Even though I've known the family for ages, I called him out. Like, what he did was very, very wrong. And you know what actually even helped him out was because he was remorseful after it, because he knew his career would have actually gone down. No world artist that goes against the law that doesn't face it. Even American stars who actually went to Europe, they got detained and incarcerated. So it is only when we start accepting.
Just 1 minute.
Hold on.
I'm back.
It is when
okay.
I know. I was calling your attention to what you said then. So this is in the light of every single home. They hardly, when they see something, they take away their gaze. I can bring out instances of so many things, and you were faulting the government. We operate a democracy. And if you understand, in a democratic dispensation, you allow due process to take precedence. If not, it is the same opposition or the same citizen who would say, oh, we are going into the autocratic mode of government. And because we have a lot of situations in the country, they are trying to pander, because every democracy, you have to tailor it down to your own climate. Do you get it? So it is not just everything that you just allow. There's nothing stopping the government or the presidency for taking the right or maybe incarcerating him or shutting him down. Do you get it? There's nothing. But it is not just when you've signed a treaty to international bodies, you have to play suit. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it is need for everyone to be educated or to sensitize themselves. I had to write a bill to VOA, Voice of Nigeria, that we should be a VON. We should be able to sensitize a lot of people when it comes to social media stuff. And you can see people don't even understand that they've been going off limit. When you label people, when you bully people, it's been tied into law. When you stalk people, I want you to take note. Do not call somebody maybe a blackmailer, but you can just say, even the way they are going alleged right now, they say allege, because if you don't use some words, you need to be you need to be careful with your choice of diction in social media space. That is what's called social etiquette. Your communication skills, you need to be very careful, because you will be held accountable for whatever it is that you say. And this guy has been doing that. What stopped him before he came to give the false alarm from doing the due process, from asking his mother, Mama, share you collect loan? How? Before even coming out. So that one is libel. And he's not going away with it. He knows it. That's libel. He was just granted bail. Many of you people don't even know that he still has stuff against his neck. He was just granted bail under the law. He's allowed bail. Do you get it? So due process is happening, and a lot of people say there's no law. Nigeria has one of the best laws in the land. Go and check world over. Implementation could be the issue. but he has one of the best. And that's when a lot of people will sing this chorus when they really want to go for the jugular of anybody who go against the law. That's when you understand that fighting the people in power, it's not easy. Do you understand? So we should try as much as possible to call this guy out whenever he does so it will deflate his ego. In China, you dare not, I repeat, you dare not say anything into those ones, because that is not they are not practicing democracy. Do you get it? Even in Europe, you can see, in Sweden, you can't ask somebody in public what your religion is. It's against the law. There's a lot of stuff. That's why whenever I travel to any country, I try as much as possible. The first thing is to understand the laws of the land, so I won't fall for it, because it is only Nigerians that you do some certain things, you feel you get away with it. We should try as much as possible. Whenever this guy does some, imagine if we have over 40 million subscribers of various platforms. If whenever he does anything that is wrong, there's nothing stopping you from using your own little platform and actually going, it will generate. I get to my point that you people, you are anti him. You would even see it. You will deflate his ego and you will stop him.
Let me just say before I forgot my thought. Now, okay, as the issue of my little cousin that I talked about, I just want to use that as an example that most times, most of this bank fraud, when it comes to online loan, that most of them are done within your circle. And it's also like a lecture or a lesson for a lot of us, that when we drop our phone, especially those in Nigeria, and a code is being typed, something, it will bring out your BVN. And once it brings out your BVN and your NIN, you can actually get a loan online through your bank. And once it's paid into your bank, somebody else can transfer that money into another bank. It's just like a lecture for everybody who is listening, that before you raise an alarm against an agency, all you just need to do is to walk up to the bank and say, sorry, I'm seeing some deductions in my account. Can you please tell me what's going on? And if they tell you everything, can you please print my bank statement? I want to see how this loan was gotten, and I want to see the recipient of the loan. And from there, the law enforcement agency can take it up from there. Now, on this issue of VDM, why I said sometimes it looks like the government is enabling him. This is what I mean. EFCC said, we have sent you several invitations. Several invitations. To me, that's an indictment on the EFCC. How many several invitations did they send to, is it e-money or stuff like that? How many several invitations did they send to other people before they were hand up and arrested? This guy is not somebody that is secretive or stuff. Once you send 1 or 2 or 3 invitations and you refuse to honor it, you have your law enforcement agency to arrest him. But to me, it's like sometimes the government is using him also for distraction. Maybe there's a outcry in the country and people are looking in that direction. They just look for something to distract us. So I also see the guy being used by the government for distraction also in the society, which is left for anybody to contest or not. Now, I want to now bring out the personality of this guy. You know, when it comes outside, he portrays this very courageous, strong guy who is so bold, only for this guy to. He said he requested for his phone. He honorably gave them his phone. He said, I did that because I don't want them to injure the guy with me. That's a crap. That's a lie. Immediately he saw that, oh, these people are not really playing. These people who are here, they are in for business, number one. Number two, when they want to snap you on that mock shot, why did you allow them to snap you in the first place? If you know that, okay, this thing, I didn't do it, and I'm not going to snap it. You allow them to snap you Only for you to come online and say, if not tries post that thing on a go see shege, all these things are just a way of trying to portray who you are not. When you are with the EFCC, you are very calm. And now the same guy who tells you that if you come for me, you are the victim. If I come for you, you are the victim. Is the one playing the victim card now. So only those who are supporting him, who are defending him, can see through his shenanigans and through his lies and through the double face he's playing. Then the last one, it has to do with when he was being given his charges. Tax evasion was part of it. Only for the guys to say that tax evasion, yes, I did tax evasion, but 90% of Nigerians are also culpable. Now, this is the same person who is preaching integrity, who is telling you my hands are clean. The same person is not justifying criminality. If you look at tax evasion is a crime. Tax avoidance is not a crime. You can avoid paying tax by avoiding certain items. But once you evade tax, it's a jailable offense, it's a criminal offense. Now, you have been shown that you commit this criminal offense, you admit committing the crime, but you are saying she be with plenty. Where would they commit this crime? And now this same person will now come to the public and say, I am a man of integrity. I no get any hidden secrets within me. I know they do criminal stuff, but it has been established that now you are a criminal when it comes to tax evasion. Now, he also spoke about him having $12,000 in one of his dollar accounts. And they asked him, how did you come about this $12,000? And he said, oh, I was selling my nudes to people and they are paying me money and this and that is the money I gain. That somebody will even send him $3,000 just to see my body. And I was like, is it not the same abroad that some of us are? So somebody want to see my body and he will tell me he will be giving me $3,000. If you watch it closely, it is mainly money laundering. He's only using that selling of body as a cover-up. There's no two ways about it, because nobody will tell you that I want to see your body, not even your poignon, and I'm sending you $3,000 because I want to be moved. For what? So, now,
creative, things like that. You know, whenever we are on this kind of atmosphere or space, we should try as much as possible to get informed notions about situations. Some people actually do that. I'm not holding brief for anybody, but some things happen.
No, I am talking about the amount involved. That okay, you are sending your body.
I get you. No,
part of your body to me, and you are, and I'm going to be paying you $3,000, $5,000. No. Now, let me just land. When you come to your turn, you can make your point about that. Now, when you're not engaged in that activities, you're not saying I'm using the money for charity. To me, you are using, it's just like somebody saying I'm into prostitution, but I'm using that prostitute money to help the society. You are using immorality to not do what is moral. It doesn't make sense. It's either you live that immoral life and face the normal way of life, because you cannot be a mentor to people in the society, and what you are doing in your closet is something that cannot be said in the open. Now, lastly, is the fact that if this, there was this time when he wore this police uniform, he denied that it wasn't police uniform, only for him to come out and say, yes, I apologize. It was actually police uniform. Only for him to be taken to court, and he said, no, I am not guilty, after he has accepted to be guilty. To me, integrity has to do with your truthfulness. If you have accepted that this is what I did, you should stand on your truth. And also, if you want to be punished for that truth, stand to be punished for that truth. Now, my last conclusion, it will be this. If you are supporting anybody, just have it at the back of your mind that this person is human. There's every tendency that he will also err in certain things. And when he err, there's no crime in you calling the person that, oh, in this aspect, you did wrong, and in this aspect, you did right. But when whatever he did is always right, to me, is no more follower, is gullibility and zombie way of life. And that's just my own conclusion. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah,
Hello, good evening.
welcome, man.
Okay,
Welcome. Man. Go
okay,
ahead.
my one is, I don't blame
VC10,
anyone.
come up. VC10, come up. Don't stay there.
I don't blame anyone. I blame the Nigerian government and all the agencies that are supposed to work. But this guy has committed enough offense to put him in his place. And one thing about Nigerian government, they will fold their hands and allow this guy to become a monster. Because what this guy is doing is nothing now. His followers, is not like a cult. If this guy asks some of them to go and pour petrol on themselves and burn themselves, they are likely to do it. The gullible people, and when it's the most anointed, you see educated people coming out to say he's fighting for them. And I'm like, excuse me, if you're a citizen of Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have your medulla oblongata work functioning. Nobody's depriving you from fighting for your right, but you now delegate a non-entity to be fighting for your right. I don't know, your brain needs to be examined.
No, what to say.
Because I can, it's my right that it's being a free job. So what makes him different? If I'm stupid enough to allow somebody to step on my right, on my fundament, and I delegated the job to someone else, I need my brain to be examined. Because that stupid thing, it's so insinuating, so annoying. Wait, he's only one voicing out, he's only one fighting for our rights. What happened to you? You can't fight for your right. You're delegating. That shows irresponsibility on your part. As a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you are delegating your civic responsibility to someone else, a fellow citizen like you. So any one of you out there listening, it shows how irresponsible you are. You are not fit to be called a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because you are not doing your part. You are delegating your job, your civic right for someone else to do. You have no right to come out and criticize anyone. And this boy is nothing but a grifter. And I've said it and I've been saying it. This activism is becoming a multi-billionaire business in Nigeria. And it's because it's the failures on our agencies that are supposed to do their job. He's not the only one involved. He's not the only one involved. We have one in the Southwest. We have one in Abuja. They are all out there. It's a multi-billionaire business now in Nigeria. And the government needs to step up and do their job before these people, they become a monster that they won't be able to tame. Because this guy is having a cult followership now.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
somebody needs to nick it in the butt. Because it's becoming, to me, maybe because I'm a graduate of political science and my interest is always in political economy and international economic relations. This guy is having a cult followership that is, to me, I'm saying if he's not saying immediately, it's going to be a security threat. It's going to be a serious security threat if the Nigerian government did not step in. All they need is, you need a sponsor, someone to find. If an international agency finance this guy, he can turn the youth against the government. And the most annoying thing is,
You don't see. Sorry to interject you. There's more to the arrest that a lot of people do not understand.
okay,
Do you get what I'm trying to say? There is more to the arrest. He knows it himself. Are you getting my point? Including his lawyer.
they need that one too.
I'm telling you, they both know it right now. They both know it right now. But they are not just letting. Sorry?
The DSS need to nick in the debate. Because if a foreign agency like the alphabet agencies can recruit him and use it to destabilize Nigeria, this is not a matter of political party and politics anymore.
That's very correct. Very correct.
That is what informed the terrorism charges against him. There's more to it. Don't let us, because the case is now going to be in court.
The outside alphabet agencies I'm talking about. They can recruit this guy and finance him enough to destabilize the country. Because what this administration is doing is what they are supposed to have done 20 years ago. over 20 years ago in Nigeria.
You know, he made one comment. He said even in the presidency, he have informants.
Imagine.
That don't threat.
You know, he's
And that-
throwing one.
that's
He's
security
just,
threat.
he's
You know,
just throwing
he's
one.
like,
for me.
no, sir. You see, you said something just now. When we were talking, you said we should be very careful of what we are saying. You said it here.
Yeah.
Now, if he's using that as a cruise, it's like somebody telling the
Somebody
U.S.
should have called,
government
they should have invited him
that
immediately.
in White House, I have informants that are telling me whatever is going on. If I want to track the president today, I will track him down. And you think the White House will be looking at
It's
the
part
president?
of the petition that level. You see, it's part of the petition leveled against him.
And
You
he's,
don't
and
understand.
when his followers should have known that this guy is just an empty
So,
brat.
let me tell you,
When he said he has informant in EFCC, and same informant cannot tell you that EFCC is coming to arrest you,
Mr. Creative, can
he's
I
just an
finish,
empty
please?
brat.
Can I finish, please? His followers, let me tell you, he's having, you know what they call cult followership now? Like, if this guy asks them to go and jump into the Lagos Laguna, they will ask him why. They will say, how I to do what to jump into it. Some of the
They will
cult
say, yes,
followers-
my lord.
Let me tell you,
They should go and ask Nnamdi Kanu, where are those followers today?
that's how, look, I was in London when Nnamdi Kanu started about 15 years ago. I used to take the non-entity in Peckham. In front of Peckham Library, they'll be like four. Like, I don't know. Then, I know it started with their like 4 or 5. Before you know it, they are turning to 2030. The Nigerian government need to nip all this nonsense in the bud. And it's because of
Victor is answering you. BC. Victor is answering
I'm
you.
just laughing because that guy is God's for me. Is really
See,
annoying.
see, maybe you got me wrongly. Vic, you got me wrongly.
No, I didn't
It wasn't as if I was holding brief for him.
It's not.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no.
No, I wasn't.
Sorry, Hamid. Is it Hamid? This is because I keep getting your name wrong.
Yeah, you get him.
So what I'm trying to say is because to me, I'm seeing a security threat. Maybe because of my background, this guy can easily be recruited, and he has a cult followership among the youth, and it's because of the breakdown of trust between the citizens and the agencies in the country. Because if anybody comes into online to say anything negative about the Nigerian government, about any agencies, they don't want to even know the objectivity or how the nuances of that thing. They go on board with it. They run with it. The government needs to do
Which is
a lot
one of
to
the
do
reasons I said GT is not going to overlook what he did, because if he hadn't come out with the false alarm, he didn't do the due diligence.
What they are doing is tantamount to bully. They want to bully them to leave him alone. Even last week, people, if you see the way people are cursing me, one was saying APC to go for, I want to go for Toba and go. I was like, I wish they go for me. I'll just go to City to go and buy a property instead of me living in a suburb of London. Go for me. Because it's so annoying.
Buy for two.
It's all annoying.
They're British. Hey!
It's only us that you go on this.
Kensington is not far from me. Buy for two, please.
You know what has been happening. You know what has been happening. You know what has been happening.
It's so annoying.
It's because you and I sit down and we always like this thing for the optics when a particular individual is actually coming on your social media and is actually opening them out and giving a false narrative, but a lot of people will cheer that person on. They will just go to the views or even comment and all of that. You cannot blame only the government. You should also blame.
I was on a platform last week when the NANS they are discussing NANS president, and I was trying to tell them I was into studio unions. I know how NANS politics works. I said this guy is a propagandist with what they said. I said that's not how. That's not the process of NANS politics. And I told that person, let me tell you, the corruption within NANS then when we were there is even worse than what we have now.
Exactly. And he's always having, and let me shock you. In NANS always have a backing of politicians.
But politicians, yeah. A majority of the so-called comrades now, they are the one in various House of Assemblies in various states, especially within the southwestern part. And like I said, the corruption going on at university campuses our university campuses are even incubators of this corruption and not devices that we have out there. Because I was in school, and I was not in school, I was at the War University game in 99 when I had the news of the OAU 9. The OAU 9, an outsider will not come to Ife and slaughter them like that. So I know, I have a privilege of having some information that Sopada bees are involved. Those guys are gone now, nothing happened. So this guy needs to be, let me tell you, if Nigerian government did not do anything, this guy might be the Achilles heels. And you will turn
what I'm advocating is
all they need is a good alphabet agency to cover a covert operation. You'll be like a sleeper.
What I'm saying is what I'm saying here is
to stabilize Nigeria. That's all.
A lot of us, we fold our hands when we see this. And I think it was Creative who said something the other time, that the government is actually enabling this guy, or look at it. When PDD was actually doing his act, it wasn't as if the government, Uncle Sam wasn't seeing some of the things he's actually doing. But when you want to get a particular, to have substantial evidence about a particular case, it will look as if you are not saying anything, you are not doing anything, you're not saying anything. Look at what this guy is actually doing. He's giving you reverse psychology by telling you how much he's being paid for. You go and check. He's forgetting that some of us, we are more intelligent than he is. How much are you paid by the so-called fan page? Do you get it? When did you start getting your remuneration from the fan page? So you bring a dossier of your payment slip. This is the antics lawyers and their clients. The lawyer would actually even feed you with such kind of information. That's why he's playing that to the people. You think the government doesn't even know that this guy is giving the false alarm? They know, but they would allow due process. Like I said, over 40 strong petitions were actually leveled against him. The one that broke the camel's back was actually the one that was written by somebody from his close circle. Do you get it? He knows it. It's just that he's playing the people. And this is one of the reasons I'm telling a whole lot of people here. Whenever such an element is doing something, you can call that person out. You can even do maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes stuff. Put on your own ring light as well. Do a rebuttal to whatever such a person actually has done. When Professor Mbeki came out to call out Natasha, see how a lot of people are going against that lady. And many of them do not have the information she has that we have. Do you get it? And these people play. And it's because the majority of the people are gullible, and the most troublesome of the citizenry are the semi-illiterate who think they know it. And they don't know anything. They don't have information. If you check this element, was the one who segued.
Sorry to put that Natasha issue at my reservation. I think that woman is manipulating societal outcry towards abuse of women. And the most annoying thing is
that's GH. That's GH. There are some people who even went to school together.
That will stop believing.
Exactly. That is what this boy is doing as well.
Okay.
That's what this boy is doing as well.
Let me come to the class. Then I'll come back to you.
First Lady, you're asking me some questions, and I think I can answer some of these questions with a submission. I'm not a fan of VDM, but I would like to say something you might not want to believe. Getting the loan from GT Bank is actually called quick credit.
from a salary
So,
account.
and hold on, you can get, yes, you can get this credit from various ways. You don't have to walk into a bank of GT to get quick credits. That's just the funny thing there. You can get quick credits over USSD. You can get a loan from GT Bank by dialing a USSD *737 *51 *51 hash. And the alert you would get, it would not appear as if it's a loan. It would just appear as quick credit. How would you know it's a loan? You could also you could also get a loan from GT Bank from the quick credit from an ATM. You could get it from your mobile app. You don't have to walk into the premises of a bank. Now, what if this woman, I was listening to VDM's submission, I could see some senses in it. He said they don't use phones in our office, they drop it off. What if somebody has access to her phone? It might not even be from the office gate. It might be from, maybe she's just carelessly handing it to someone. She doesn't password her phone. These were the things VDM was saying.
Okay, let me pause
I
here.
see some sense in it. Hold on, please. Hold on. That is why I said, that's why he said he was talking about two-factor authentication for quick credit. Yes, it is there. It is still on the same phone. What if I just dial *737 *51 *51 hash? It's going to ask me for the PIN, and I know the PIN of this woman. I will get it and delete the alert, and she would not know. Fine, you might say why was she spending the money? Don't forget his story. He said this money was transferred to a lady. I'm not saying I believe everything entirely. And I'm not saying that maybe I investigated with
Sorry to cut you in, Jalagbaja. That money was done twice, and that money was transferred to that same person twice.
Yeah, it was twice.
It doesn't matter.
Why did you know? Why VDM? Would call out that person on that live chat.
Visiting. This is something. If the IT guys of GT are listening, they could actually see how they could factor in that quick credit on whether it's on your phone or you get it from an ATM or you get it from a mobile app. The GENT or the SMS notification you get should contain that this is a loan. You wouldn't know. I'm not saying I'm 100% in support of VDM. I'm not a fan of him, but that's what he said.
Take her 4 to 5 months before reporting to her.
Lagbaja, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that according to VDM,
before reporting,
he said it was the same. The loan was taken twice, and the same person got money transferred to their account. Same person. As soon as they got the loan, the same name. The VDM.
Don't forget this woman. It is not VDM that is getting this.
No,
it is the mom.
That's not what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you about his behavior. When he was doing that, like the VDM, we call out that person.
How can somebody
Somebody call out that person's name and tell you?
Was he aware?
And you kept quiet.
Hold on, please. Hold on.
And
Don't
immediately
me yet.
he paid the loan without argument.
Was he aware of the first loan transaction?
My belief is that whoever did it must be close to the mom and he knows the person.
Exactly. He doesn't know the person, but he knows that somebody who did that stuff is someone very close to the mom. It is something doing. When we are saying that, the mom spent the money, no. What? Hold on. Sorry, please. The mom would have thought that this money was given to me by anybody. You wouldn't know from the alert. That is what I'm trying to let you know.
Money enter your account, you go just collect and they chop with it.
I think the point we are making here is this. There have been deductions in her mom's account for over 4 months, which she has noticed. Now, are we saying that the mom kept quiet for 4 months when heavy deductions are being taken away from her account?
What are the deductions?
Hold on. Number two is the fact that VDM knows the person that did that thing.
He knows.
A typical VDM would have called the person names out and said, if I settle this one, I'm coming for you. But because the person is a family person, he will keep quiet.
The mom
Yeah,
said,
he got called
the
out.
mom
Then
said,
because
hold
he
on.
paid off the loan immediately. I didn't say anything much about it.
He said
It doesn't call, they didn't mention the person's name.
the
He didn't
office.
tag the
He didn't
person.
mention.
And
He
he's
didn't show
telling
any
you,
distress per se. He was
And
only
he
going
didn't
for.
tag
He
the
said
person.
the
He
person
didn't
works
tag
with the
anyone.
mom.
He
He said the
knows the
person
person.
works with the mom.
That's what I'm saying. He knows the
He
person.
knows. That's why he's a two-faced
Sorry,
person.
sorry.
And
Well,
he didn't
Hamid,
tag the person as
let's
well.
correct something. You said he knows the person. When did he know? Was it not when he
mentioned it
stepped
on the
into
start
GT?
there.
Hold on now. It was when he went to GT that day. They were going through the
You
account details and he saw it. And they were asking the mom that, oh, this same person was, oh, they were checking the transactions and it was just like this same person had a transfer. Money was transferred to this person after the first loan, also after the second loan. This same person collected. Do you know this person?
No, what,
And the
what we
mom
are
said
what we are saying
yes.
is that
listen.
when he
You
came
are not
out,
getting the picture.
when he
You are not
came
getting
out
the
to
picture.
give it
The
back,
picture is this. The picture is this. Sorry. One house. The picture is this. Why did him? I'm talking about VDM. Do this background search before coming to raise a false alarm in the first instance, knowing the kind of person he is. So he shouldn't
No.
feign anything, ignorance of not knowing the person, because he said,
we are
hold
getting,
on, I'm coming.
Like, but
Hold on,
don't
I'm
downplay
coming.
it, I beg. He's supposed to investigate before coming online.
He said his sister called him that they've been deducting Male's money. If you want to come out, you should have arsenal of information. How much is being deducted from your mom's salary every now and then? And you went to as far as all the money left in the hold on. All the money left in the mother's account is 3,000 naira. So it would give an impression, or everyone would have that imaginary stuff. How much is a salary? How much are they taking? The woman said she saw money and she went to give tithes in church. So if he's accusing other people, he is even guilty as charged before even going there. He went there afterwards. That means he did do due diligence. This guy is what we are talking about. We're not even talking about the bank stuff. We are talking about the personality of this guy.
We are getting this thing all wrong.
Mother went to give tithe.
That British.
Yes, she did. Yes, from the money. Yes, from the first 200. From the first 200.
We are getting this thing very wrong.
Lagbaja, leave me first, though. So the mother saw money and the pastor
Let's see. I understand that we have. Hold on, sorry, please. I understand we have issues with VDM's personality.
It's not about his personality.
Hold on. On this issue,
you know why I say don't downplay it.
You guys,
VDM should have investigated first before coming online.
can you hold on?
when did
When he
come
came out online, he's still bragging. He owes this man an apology.
Hold on, you guys are mixing things of
What are we mixing
serious.
up? What are we mixing up? We're talking
Okay,
about
can I explain the events, how the
behavior we're
events
talking
came in
about.
sequence?
It is the behavior we're talking about, not about the events. The behavior itself, his own behavior.
Okay, can you allow me give you the sequence
I
of
want to
events?
talk about the behavior. I don't want to hear about the event. Behavior.
No
What
problem.
he did. Go. How do you perceive it?
No problem. There's no way I can talk
and
about
maybe you should also have
about
the process. What is the process that should have been done? What
Okay,
are the
good.
process?
So, okay, please let me now give you what really happened. Now, the first thing here was
An
this.
eyewitness.
Oh, good.
You said you want to give us what really happened, like your 100.
That British. I don't want to go into details. Visit
You
and
wrote
understands
before
what I
you
want to
did.
say. So I don't want to go really into much details. This is what the sequence of whatever happened.
So I'm taking you as an eyewitness. What really happened? Oh, yeah. Continue.
This guy,
I take one sort. I'm gonna let them talk now.
I'm not an eyewitness,
come and debate.
but I know the sequence of what happened. So, although we might have a prior,
Let him finish. Then anyone can ask him a question. Let him.
Okay, let him talk. Let's listen to him. Let's not interrupt him.
okay, we might have a prior understanding about VDM and about his behavior. We might not really like him, but on this issue, let me just give you a 4-1 of what really transpired. Now, some things were happening to the woman's account, to his mom's account, which the sister knew about and informed him. He came online. He had not contacted anybody in GT Bank. He came online and he was like, I'm going there tomorrow. He was saying it loud. He never had any clue of anything that was happening there. He walked into the Area 3 branch, and voila, when he entered, now the customer service attended to him personally. And what they did, well, I wouldn't even say it was beyond. I think they treated him like a VIP by letting him even see the transactions. If it were just an ordinary person, they are not going to show. They're only going to tell him to print it out, then they will explain to him. But they're showing him the sequence of this and this. That's like a VIP treatment. Now, he noticed that the loan was collected twice. And the mother said, I never did. This was not the mom's most active account, but she has an account with GT. She also has accounts in other banks. But VDM also sends her money also through that GT also. So it is not, and it's a salary account too. So now in the process of
he said he's not been sending money to that account. Don't give false narrative here.
Problem.
She's not been active. That's why when she got that money.
Can you please not stop my line of reasoning, please? If I have any issues, when I stop, then you might comment, please. Now, he knows about the GT account, but has been wanting her to open another bank account. So that's the right thing I wanted to say there. Now, after the whole he was there, they were letting him know the whole thing, that it was twice that this loan was collected. But he now like, okay, let us see the transaction history of the first one. He noticed that immediately the loan was collected, it was transferred to another account. The same thing happened after the second transaction, after the second loan was collected, still to someone else. But this person was formerly a staff of where she was working. Did you collect the loan? From GT's point of view, yes, you collected it. But the thing here is that the woman does not have any inkling about how that is. And that is why he was saying that, in such occasions, it shouldn't just be, there should be a two-factor authentication of people collecting loans. GT, you could collect loans in so many of their platforms. You could use USSD, you could use their mobile banking app, you could use internet banking, you could also get a loan on an ATM. Yes, you could also do that. So, in fact, and the GENS alert you get would actually reflect it's a quick credit. He was even mentioning in his submission that it is called quick loan. No, it is called mother did not even know that the alert she's getting was, or the alert she got on those two quick credits was actually a loan. That's why I said you don't have to blame her for that. Now, on the issue that she was paying tithes or something, fine. You don't have to also, there's money in my account. I'm a Christian and I want to pay my tithes. Yes, you don't have to fault her for that also. I'm sorry, I'm not a VDM fan, but his explanations are a bit in a way that, yes, you can find faults, and two, it is also admissible. It is also admissible. Now, he left the banking premises. He had not gone on social media before he was arrested. It was after he came out of the days he spent there, then he came out to explain all that transpired. It was not that it was before he entered GT, he started talking about loan or no loan. So that is the sequence of the activities and nothing else. So you can also
that is not the sequence of activity.
Can I just quickly say something?
You didn't address the process. I mentioned process that when you notice such a thing, are you supposed to first of all go to social media to raise alarm, or you go to the bank to go and get your statement before you talk about it?
Exactly
what I wanted to say.
That's not the sequence of events that happened.
Can the question come one after the other?
Even the money the money was allegedly taken by somebody who works for the mother, not works in her place. And check the account with which the money was deducted from. Is a salary account. There's a lot of loopholes.
I think, sorry, 1 second, Lagbaja. 1 second, Lagbaja.
You know, if I have access to your phone and you have a GT account, I can collect a loan and you'll not know about it.
Okay, wait.
It will be liable to you who collected it, to you who owns the phone. That's what I'm saying.
Let me quickly.
Internationally, you can't even do that.
Let me quickly clarify something, right? I think First Lady would have to play.
Eska, before you talk, sorry, just give me 1 minute. I won't be. You know me, I don't talk too long. My question here is this: if I receive, I'm not expecting any money from anybody, and I get an alert of 200,000, would I not wonder where the money is? Would I not wonder where the money is coming from before using it to pay tithes? Because I'm talking about myself. I don't know about anybody.
See, I think First Lady would need to play that thing again. See, the first 200,000, when the money came in, they found out that she transferred money to somebody. And VDM then said, Mama, who is this person? The mother said the person sells something. So she paid for something, not that she gave it to that person.
And the person, they're working in the same office.
The person sells, so she paid. Then VDM now found out, okay, 10% tithe has been paid again from that money. Mama, why are you spending money that you don't know about? She didn't know, she didn't collectively know, but she paid tithe. She saw the money. What may have happened is maybe the people that she was owing or whatever, or she wanted to buy something from, used the phone to say, okay, we can get you money. But she knew about that money coming in. She wasn't expecting it. It's not her salary that went there. So the tithe that she paid is not like, oh, I'm expecting 200,000 from wages and I'm paying tithe of 20,000. That money came in from somewhere. You can't just say you didn't know. And even if she said she doesn't know, she's spending it without going to the bank. If you see strange money, why don't you go to the bank and say, where is this money from?
Except also, if she would not even go to the bank, are you saying she didn't mention it to even her son, who is
he's a tax collector now? You should have mentioned to the son. I saw strange money. What's going on?
Exactly. Like, even if it's or maybe she even, okay, I'm playing the devil's advocate on this one. Maybe she even went to the church and said, oh, some money came in. I didn't even know where it came. God blessed me, and she paid tithe. That's just devil's advocate.
She didn't mention to anybody in the family either.
Exactly.
Sorry. Have we asked ourselves?
It's miracle money. It's miracle money. It happens in the church.
1 minute, guys.
Have we asked ourselves that? Did she see any alert? Did she see any alert?
She saw it. That was why she
saw it now. I know that you think that I personally.
Hold on a minute. 1 minute, guys. The loan, it was twice. If you take the first loan, can you get the second loan without payment of the first loan? Because she must have finished the payment of the first loan, the 200.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If your credit limit, maybe your credit limit is about 500,000 and your first loan is 200, and they see that you've been paying for about 2-3 months consecutively, you could apply for a higher amount.
Okay, so I saw somebody typing in the comment section that she might not have seen the alert. She didn't see alert, but she knew there was money, and she was able to pay someone who sells something
and also pay tithes.
I mean, color me shock. How did you do that?
But why is it that we don't know the name of the person who the claim collected the loan and the money was transferred? Why did they mention
VDM is shielding that person?
Let me
exactly. He's a member of the family.
No,
I was talking about
you don't know that unless you get a statement of account now. What are we
let me give you
He said it. He said they saw the recipient account. Recipient account will
It
have a
was
name.
when they saw the
The mom
transaction
said
history
somebody working
now.
in the office. The second name, the same thing. The
I
person.
think, Alakbaja, what we are saying here is that when VDM was giving his narration after coming out from EFCC, he should have also mentioned the fact that, yes, my mom collected loan, though this person, maybe Lagbaja was the one who used her phone to collect the money. He's a member of the family. And after I'm done with my case, I'm going to call that person out and deal with the person decisively. But because he want to shield the person, he didn't mention the person's name. He just went there and pay off the money by paying 400K into the month's account so they can clear the whole outstanding loan. And so he is shielding the person who is involved.
Did he apologize to GT Bank and make them lost customers?
Is the woman is one of the woman children that is taking the loan because
Wait.
yes, all these our please, all these our old women. I'm over this VDM mom. She's not an old woman. She should be maybe in her 50s.
She's a teacher, mind you.
And she's a teacher. She's learned. Even if she's teaching primary school, at least she knows English. They use English to teach in Nigeria, so she knows what is happening. She knows what is happening.
She's not such an illiterate like that.
Yes,
For her to even have a son like VDM, who is known all over the world as a tax collector, somebody who helps people to retrieve money, she should have also allowed her son that, son, for over 2 months now, I've been seeing every deduction from my money. I beg, help me look into this thing. But she kept quiet for 4 months without telling her son.
I'm even
saying, after realizing, did not apologize. Okay, now did the son apologize for GT Bank that I apologize for saying it was illegal deduction? I apologize. Did you do that?
Let me even use Nigeria English. The mother started chopping the money, and you did not tell your son. Me, I have problem with that one first.
Thank you, Jare.
I mean, you can't start
But let me tell you
chopping.
something. Let me tell you something. All these things that is happening, GTB is not going to. GTB is a very big brand, and I don't think all these things that VDM did to damage, to think he can damage their brand would go unseen. They have a very good legal team that is going to see to it. So whether he's going to apologize or not, it's now left to the legal team of GTB to see.
VDM out.
No.
They don't need to come on social media
This thing before.
now. They don't need to come on social
They
media.
are very big.
GTB won't do that.
There is a media outfit, a big media outfit that had to go there to challenge them because they gave a narrative as if the government was anti-VDM and the bank colluded with the government to try and silence VDM. And I told them that wasn't the story. So here we are x-raying VDM's character and how he manipulates the people and how he defames people's character to get his way. Nobody is saying I'm not a fan of his from day one. He was one of the persons who changed the narrative of justice for Mohbad with his false claim as well. So this is a pattern, and this is why
stock in trade. He comes out
exactly. That is which is one of the reasons for that.
Do you know that a lot of people. He later said that if Wunmi had come out long ago, all this thing why I push, I for not even talk him. Meaning that you know what you are doing.
We are not, yes, he said that he's always he has an over bloated ego. Are you getting it? And he understands. He uses reverse psychology on people because he understands things are going on in the society. People are climbing, and he recruits enemies to champion his own cause. And this is what I'm saying. A whole lot of people, everyone who has an Android phone, a social media platform, whenever this guy comes out with such a narrative, you can't make him Robin Hood out of no reason. You can't make him Moses overnight without even checking him, because now he sees himself as an establishment that is bigger than the society. Who is he?
I'm sorry, sir. It's not easy to, I have lost one of my accounts just because I spoke against him one time. and they went and reported their accounts with a lot of many followers and brought it down. So sometimes
I can tell you how you get it back. I can tell you how you get it back.
Okay, fine. If most of these followers, they are not just bullies. They are people that I don't know because sometimes they will just go to your page, bring your picture out, and start dragging you online, just because you criticize this guy. So to me, sometimes people want to put him to check, but at the same time, they are also being careful of their private life. So to me, it's the work of the government. If you know this person is raising rascals and bullies in the society, you have to rein on him and put him on check. When Nnamdi Kanu was doing all these things and his followers were becoming rampant and becoming a menace in the society, didn't they bring him to order? They bring him to check. And where are the followers today? They have all dispersed. So the government needs to also rein on him and put him on check because, okay, look at when he had issue with Abike Dabiri, I was fine. You are raising some good cause, but he started saying, Abike Dabiri, you are stupid. You are a nonsense woman. You are an idiot. Come on. And now you see our youth now, they don't even respect anybody anymore. Once they don't care your age, once you say VDM is wrong, they will say your mama the craze, you the mad. We they enter your page now. We go bring your page down. Should it be to this extent?
One was here. Two of them were here this evening. That I told them that even your Deji that you are shouting, Deji was my junior. Are you getting my point? So they are out there. They are out there. Do you get it? But what I'm saying is, regardless of the number of the Rattels, you can still do yours by counter-attacking it or writing a petition. Nigeria doesn't have this.
What the one is doing. See what the one is doing. He's not minding them.
Exactly. It's not only, yes, that's what you do. If everyone is actually doing that, it will deflate his ego. Do you get it? And because everyone programs, we are always looking for one Moses to come and help us out. And that is why we're in this quagmire we find ourselves in. Do you get my point? There's a lot. He knows a lot that he's not telling the public. After he went there, he's just on bail. He's in a big soup. I had to tell the media organization, I said, I'm giving you this fact. You also do your own due diligence. This is not the government. And you don't come and speak the narrative to our own country. Because if it goes haywire, we are the ones, we're the citizens to bear the brunt of what happens in my country. This guy is grooming anarchy. Yeah, like, are you sure? I said, if you call me any day, any time. So he is going, see, why didn't he do that? All of his so-called research, if he actually did any research before coming out to raise false alarm. And you people say you want to now hold brief for him that maybe the bank, it has nothing to do with the bank. Who is the person who informed the public? He incited the public. And he's on and he incited the public over something he had no knowledge about, or he claims he had no knowledge about.
For lecture purpose, maybe we should also use this platform to educate the people. Maybe while you are speaking, just add it that when you have issues of deductions like this, what are the process people need to follow? We can also do this as a lecture for people who are on the FYP, who are listening, so that people can know what's the process. Instead of you going on the other side, what are you supposed to do before you cannot come out to probably say whatever happens? Maybe you can use that to educate people as well.
Okay. Because how could your mother just tell you something? Because in a Senate crime, the mother will be apprehended because she took a loan. She's claiming she didn't know, but she spent the money. Go and check worldwide. When a dummy money gets into your account and you touch it without telling the authorities, you know what you're going to face.
Amid,
after spending it, maybe the bank claims it's loan, and you're feeling, oh, they've been removed. The sister now, he played the audio. He said, they remove mama money, blah, 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 blah. So that other one don't really know, or the mother doesn't even know. The mother, she's in her early 50s. So this is a trend that's going on, and we need to nip it in the bud. So is this I won't. How dare me call him enigma? This element
And we have such people like that. The same thing to the lawyer as well. The lawyer was actually the one that flamed the issue of GT. He just said, oh, he's closing his account right now on GTB and he's going to take over his money because he can't be supporting such a bank. And that's when every other person follows suit. This guy, when he came out, he didn't say anything with regards to the to what he did, the label case against him towards the bank. He just went straight. He's trying to launder the image of his mother and the person who took the loan. Let me yield the mic.
Sorry, I was going to say something while you were saying something, Amit. I have a sister who works in the bank. She was just, when we were talking about VDM, we're just having a one-to-one conversation. And she now said that she was an account officer to a particular guy. This guy did money laundry. Do I know that EFCC summoned her as an account officer? This is someone that does not know nothing about. She didn't collect money from the account, oh. Just because it's an account, we cannot talk of you. That money came into your account and you use part of that money. There's nothing VDM will tell me. You get hand for the matter. So let me pick this call.
You know, in the eyes of the bank, it is VDM's mom that collected a loan because nobody knows who is operating any phone behind the scene. So I think this is a way forward for me is that when you have a situation like this, how you just need to, before you come to the public to raise an alarm of illegal deductions, walk up to the bank, request for your bank statement, and tell the bank that you need to understand all these transactions because they didn't come through you. And once it has been established, you also want to know who is the recipient. What's the recipient's account? Where was the money transferred to? Once it's established, get a court order for the person to be arrested. And if the person is an insider, you also have to expose the person so that people who are into this habit who have to stop it. But if you look at what VDM did, he didn't, number one, apologize that, oh, okay, I'm sorry, public. Initially, I came and said there was illegal deduction by the bank to my mom's account. Now, I have established the fact that this person, who is a member of the family, by name, probably Creative, is the one who did this. And I am going to the police station to write a petition against the person so that the person can be prosecuted. And that's all. If you are truly fighting for justice, that's what you should have done. But you kept quiet in that aspect to be saying that you're going to sue GTB for kidnapping you and detaining you, which I see as a distraction.
Creative.
You notice that
that's just my own point of view.
Selective justice. Let me even make
selective justice.
Let me even say something. I hope you know his arrest has nothing to do with what happened inside the premises of GT Bank.
100%, 100%.
And he was not arrested inside. He was not arrested inside GT Bank, and GT Bank has no 100%. Connection with. He used his own mouth to expose his location, and that was the point. Yeah. So his arrest has nothing to do with GT Bank. They're only using GT Bank as an excuse. As an excuse.
To tell the people that it was wrong to have said GT Bank was deducting my mom's money. It was actually Creative that used my mom's phone to collect loan in GTB. And I'm sorry to have done that.
Creative, is it my network or your network that is bad? I think it's mine.
And some people were busy breaking a dummy card. The dummy card or expired card they were breaking.
Pride will not let
both
him
networks
do that.
are showing red.
His overinflated ego will not let him do that.
I'm telling you.
And you know,
during that Mohbad's case, the way he was like, they need to hold his wife. This made, because of the way he was talking, people were going for Wunmi. I cannot forgive that guy, until he make amendments. He hasn't done any amendment yet.
How can he even make amends? Like how? But you see, eventually. Contrary
do you actually know that? No crime was actually.
Lagbaja, hold on. Contrary to what Lagbaja thinks that, it's because we already have a preconceived mindset about VDM. Yeah, that could be, But if he had not goofed, I'm sure there would be nothing to talk about. But he actually goofed. And he goofed in every way that he did with the other case, which was Mohbad's case. Because if you look at it now, it's like you coming out to cry wolf when there was none, which was the same thing you did with Mohbad's case.
Yeah, Melissa came out to say that he believes his wife 70%. Who does that bullshit?
Oh, do you get? And
after over 18 months bullying.
So the more we keep applauding an entity like this, we what sort of society are we breathing?
Oh, sorry, one thing that British here. You know, one thing I dislike about this guy. Look, I'm not saying that, like, when he started the issue of the cream people are doing, illegal business with cream, and it was damaging people's skin. Yeah, I said that was fine. But the moment he started doing it, and he was finding it, he was enjoying it. You're beginning to leave what you're supposed to be doing. You're now beginning to bully the person. That's where I started having problem. You're trying to correct something, at the same time, you end until you bully. Look at that Nedu's case. I don't know if they really did those things, but he went as far as going deep, like, I'm going to bring you down.
Vic, do you know now that he's claiming that he earns the money from the porn stuff. That was how he got that dollar account. But during that time, in the heat of the moment, he was saying, everyone knows I plait hair. I make hair for people. That's how I get my own source of livelihood. Do you get it? You can see that he's double standard. He says one thing with his mouth, two sides of the mouth.
I mean, why did he bully Bobrisky until Bobrisky left this country? He's going. I'm
saying it's a pattern. I wrote it down there when the British was actually speaking. He has a pattern, and that's what we want people to know about him.
He's doing the same. Even though we know
this is his pattern. This is his pattern. If Nedu hadn't gotten some other source of income, look at how we would have. Because of the producers had to like this. Yeah, he likes ruining people's stuff.
This cynical. What kind of laugh is that? He was so excited, like, I'm bullying you. Yes, I'm dealing with you. I start laughing.
Everyone, I am appealing to everyone who's here. Everyone who's here, please follow D1. And and ensure that you also, in your own little cocoons, do the same thing D1 is actually doing to demystify this element.
This guy is just too much. At the point, he decided to go for Tinubu and Sheyi Tinubu. But I'm not saying you shouldn't go. Look, if you're doing things like, look at what they said he did. Even that thing is taking credit for. You only talked about it. What did he do? Is he the one that paid for the flight for airpiece to go there and come back? Because of the very dark man. It's very dark man that did this.
For me, I think
how much has he collected? It's over many months now. When did he collect that money that they gave, that they donated to him? You never reached. They go work 1 year now, and he has only done how many borehole? Then one school. It's only one school that he has innovated. That's what did he do for a chair and table that me, an individual, can even do for a school in North.
But let